So a viewer DM'd me and asked if I could make a video about growing your bankroll versus avoiding going broke. And he said, you know, Vegas sounds like it's tough to go broke. The games are low volatility, but in another city, you could actually like really grow it and really win putting in the same amount of hours. And yeah, that's my perspective on it. I played in Vegas and I played in other cities. So in Vegas right now, where would you play to really limit your volatility? Well, in 2021, it was Bally's, because there were a lot of promos going and you can play and your hours counted for everything. There was like a graveyard promo, a late morning promo, the weekly free roll. You played 15 hours, you qualified for that, and rake back. So if you're playing at 4 a.m., those are hours that count for the rake back, for the free roll qualification, and for the grave. So they started paying all promos when you busted out of the free roll Sunday evening. So you played the free roll. When you lost, you got paid for all 4 promos. There was one day I got paid $800, $150 for grave, $150 for late morning, $200 for rakeback, and $300 for my finish in the free roll. So that was going on a lot in 2021, and even the first half of 2020 before the series, the answer was Bally's. 2022, last year before the series, the answer was Bally's. After the promos changed a little bit, now it's probably the Westgate. So Westgate has a lot going on under the radar, partly because Poker Atlas, a lot of more people use Bravo, and I will explain to you first what they are, and then I'll get into the numbers. So this is what's going on at Westgate right now. For one, there is rakeback. Now, 25 hours in a week, Monday 10 a.m. to Monday 9:59 a.m. get you $200. 45 hours in a week get you $400. Also, you have the bingo card. If you hit between 5 p.m. and 3 a.m., 2 pair, 3 of a kind, straight, flush, full house, you have to win the pot. Both cards need to play. You get a $100 bonus. Also, there are high hands, quads and better. Quads pays $100, straight flush pays $200, royal flush pays $400. That's any time. In addition to that, the game starter bonus. If you open a 1-2 table, everyone who's dealt into that first hand gets $20. And in addition to that, comps. Comps there are $2 per hour. So that's what each promo is. Now let's say this was your plan. You're in Vegas, you're gonna play Westgate. I would say a good plan would be play 7 out of every 8 weeks. So every 8-week stretch, take 1 week off, play 7. All 7 of those weeks that you're playing, put in 45 hours at Westgate. If you want to play more elsewhere, go ahead, but make sure you get 45 hours at Westgate, and with 45 hours per week, for 7 weeks out of every 8, this is what it would look like. So let's do the math on this 8-week period I was talking about. Rest for 1, play for 7. Each week, play 45 hours. So in rakeback, 45 hours a week get you $400 a week. That's $2,800 in this 8-week period. Then there's quads. You know, I'm thinking about the high hands. You could go the whole year, not hit a straight flush or a royal flush, but you'll hit quads. You know, you dealt a lot of pocket pairs, you'll hit quads eventually. I don't think quads twice in 7 weeks of play is too much to ask for. After a tip to the dealer, $180 there. The bingo card, if you're playing, you know, 45 hours a week, you're going to hit that at least twice in 7 weeks. I think that's an underestimate also. Tip to the dealer, I would tip less because you're kind of tipping every hand you win. You know, the final one is an arbitrary one to tip big on, so slightly less of a tip, but $190. And opening a 1-2 table. I mean, the room opens at 4. The hours are 4 p.m. until the last table breaks. So 3 times a week, you could make sure you're there right at 4, open a table, get $60 each week, multiply that by 7, $420 for this 8-week period. And you're going to get plenty of comps. $2 per hour comps, so that's $90 in comps weekly, and that gets you $630 accrued in comps each 8-week period. Now, this is all cash in the red rectangle, and the comps, just for this simplicity's sake of this example, let's just say you only use it at the buffet. Buffet is from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. I would go there at like 1, eat a buffet, and you know, that's enough food to last you for the rest of the day. It's the only time you need to eat that day. So now let's look at what you have when the 8 weeks are over. Cash, $3,590, and about 22 buffets. Now there's about 6.5 8-week periods throughout the year. So let's multiply all this by 6.5. Just from promotions at Westgate, you could get $23,335 doing all of this, and 143 buffets, almost half of the days of the year. You don't need to worry about paying for food. You just use your comps and go to the buffet. Safety first. I know where the fire extinguishers are. So that's what it would look like if you took like all the promo money you could out of the Westgate room, and that doesn't even include winning in the game. Add $5 per hour winning, playing the actual hands, and you would add like 10,200 just in actually winning, not promos, and it would come out to like, I'll put the number on the screen, like 33,000 or something, if you were just dedicated to all those Westgate hours and won $5 per hour in the game. So that's a good way if your goal was to avoid going broke. Play something low volatility with a lot of promo money cushioning the swings you might encounter, even though it's smaller swings that you have out here than you would have in like Council Bluffs or Baltimore or Atlantic City or something like that. So right now Westgate is the place. In the past it was Bally's. Back in like 2015, always look when you cross the street. Back in 2015, 2016, I rarely played promo places. I played almost all Bellagio and Aria, so I don't know what it was back there. I know promos existed. I wasn't staying up to date on them or anything, but right now the answer is Westgate.
Yeah, I got it at the stadium. And then,